Just going to head over to the States and talk to Steve Gill, former advisor to the Clinton and Bush administrations. What's the reaction been in the States to this action, Steve?
Well, I think there's been reaction that it is about time that there was something done with respect to the challenges on the commercial and military vessels in this area. It's interesting that you guys are asking the right questions. Can the U.S., can the United Kingdom actually have the resources to do this in addition to what's going on in Ukraine? And as the prime minister is over in Kyiv promising even more funds for Ukraine, we've just had a report from our U.S. military that over $1 billion in weapons that have been provided to Ukraine can't be accounted for. So I think there are questions of, do we have the resources to provide money and funds and ammunition to Ukraine, and at the same time see this conflict with the Houthis stepping up? And then to top it all off, you just had Iran take an oil tanker in the sea, turn it back to Iran, as they've been operating through proxies, and now they're actually intervening directly themselves. So this is moving in a dangerous direction. And fortunately, I think the United Kingdom, the US, and others are stepping in to actually do something.
And rather like us here in the UK, it is the same in the US. It's a difficult time to fight an election, isn't it? What are each contender going to say? How much money are they going to pledge towards a war that will, to most people, seem half a world away?
Well, and again, you've got a constant geography lesson where most Americans, and I suspect most Brits, couldn't tell you where Yemen is on a map, but we're going to learn the same way we learned about Iraq and Iran and Syria. I guess these are very costly geography lessons.
Well, yeah, indeed. But there are people who know, and they've been protesting, haven't they?
Yeah, you've just had protests break out in New York City demanding a ceasefire with the Houthis. Again, the anti-Israel, pro-Palestinian protesters seem like they can turn out on a dime. I will say some good news about what's happened in the last 24 hours. As one of the guests mentioned, that Russia is calling for a UN Security Council meeting. The UN Security Council voted to allow this response to take place, an 11-0 vote in the Security Council, and China and Russia abstained, which gave it the opportunity to go ahead with the stamp of approval from the United Nations. So I think everybody is fed up with what's going on with the Houthis and with Iran acting through their proxies, whether it's in Hezbollah, Hamas, whether it's in other areas as well. They're stirring this up, and they haven't paid a price. And the U.S. has sanctions that should be stopping all of the Iranian oil exports, except for about $6 billion. They've been trading $60 billion because the Biden administration hasn't done anything about it. Maybe we'll step up and see the sanctions start hurting Iran, not just some strikes on the Houthis.